Hey guys, thanks for joining me again this week for another video. In this week's video, I want to do a review on this Canson extra large sketchbook, I guess that's what you want to call it. It has a medium tooth, it has 100 pages, it's 5.5 by 8.5 inches, and it has 50-pound paper. It's coil bound, and obviously it opens up and it lays flat. Before I get into testing some supplies on the paper here, I'm not going to be doing a drawing or anything in this video. It's just to test the paper, give you an idea of what can be used on it and what can't, and how the paper reacts to certain you know, mediums and whatnot. I just want to apologize to anyone that keeps coming back every Friday looking for a video, but life has been totally hectic this past little while, and I'm not going to make any promises to upload videos on Fridays, and I will just post whenever I'm able to, and I'm hoping for Fridays, but it may not be Friday, so we'll see how that goes. So again, I apologize, and I am doing my best, but you know, life just kicks in and you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyhow, for those of you who have been following along for a while, know that I'm working in this Pentalic Traveler sketchbook, and I just want to say that this is a very, very nice sketchbook, and I love how it opens up, and the pages are, it's really, really nice to draw on. But I wanted to experiment with another book because, you know, sometimes you just want to change, right? There are still quite a few pages left in this book that I have to do, but I'm hoping to get this one done pretty soon. So I'm hoping to have also a sketchbook flip through of this, so you can let me know if you would like to see that. But again, I do have a review on my channel for this book as well. I would recommend this book to anyone who wants to sketch, I guess. If that's a pretty bad review. I recommend this to anyone who wants to sketch. Of course, it's a sketchbook, but I do recommend it, and definitely go and check it out. Not sponsored, not paid to say that, but this video is about this book. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a drawing or anything. I'm just going to flip to a back page as usual. My first impression, it's very, very thin paper, and it's like almost printer paper, I guess. Maybe even it feels thinner than printer paper. This book in particular is apparently good for pencil, colored pencil, pen and ink, charcoal, and pastel, but it is best for pencils. Yeah, and it comes in a pad, a block. No, just a pad. Sorry, I'm reading wrong here, but apparently it comes in a couple different forms. So what I'm going to do is the same thing I did for the Pentalic. I'm going to flip to the back. The book feels very flimsy, but as, again, if you've been following along for a while, I really enjoy using Canson products. Again, not sponsored. And let's see what happens to these mediums. I'm not going to try watercolor on here because, you know, watercolor is just, it's not going to work on this paper. So these are just some basic things that a lot of people would have, I guess. So the first thing I'm going to try here is the Prismacolor Color Erase pencil. This is purple. The reason why I want to do this pencil, you can see that I have a couple other pencils here as well, is this has a very thick lead sometimes, so I just want to see how that works. I'm just going to fix my focus here. So this is the Prismacolor Color Erase pencil. It says the book has a medium tooth, but it seems like it draws fairly nice. I mean, just drawing some squiggles and stuff here. I can see that it does, it's not really fine lines. You can see that it's, I don't know how to call, it's like it, like when you're drawing on smoother paper, you don't get that nice crisp line. It does have a little bit of a rougher texture, so that's that. Now let's see how this erases on here. So it doesn't erase very well. So this paper definitely, with this type of pencil, does not erase very well at all. Clearly, you're not going to be able to see that through the paper. So let's just go ahead and test the other pencils I have here first. This is a Pilot Color Eno pencil. If you hear any noise in the background, that is my cat trying to push things off of the desk. Let's see. see, let's try this again. So this, the finer pencil clearly gives you a cleaner line. And I'm just doing some different lines here. Now, I'm not going to use the eraser on this pencil, and I'm going to try to erase this as well and see what happens. Okay, so the Color Eno erases so much better than the Color Erase pencil. Now, since I'm using a different eraser, let's try this. No, even with the good eraser, you can still, let's zoom in a little bit, you can still see the lines here, and you can't with this one. So clearly the Color Eno pencil from Pilot works so much better on this paper. And the next one I'm going to try is just a basic graphite pencil. And I'm just going to draw really dark. Again, this is a smaller lead in this pencil, so you get that more crisp line. And I'm just going to try to erase. So the graphite erases really well with a light pressure, not so much with the heavy pressure. So this was the heavy pressure right there. So out of everything, the Color Eno, out of the pencils, the Color Eno pencil erases the best. Now I'm just going to try some ink-based markers on here just to see if they bleed through and see what happens with that. So this is a Prismacolor. I'm just going to see if it bleeds through the back, and I'm suspecting that it really does because this paper is very thin, but it's not too bad. So if you wanted to use this to line with, you definitely wouldn't be able to get a good picture on the back side of the paper, but you could definitely use it. And I'm just going to color in here. The paper is not deteriorating. Okay, there it goes. There it starts now. So you could put a lot of ink on here before it goes through, and again, it's still not that bad. Again, you wouldn't be able to color or draw anything on the back of the paper unless you didn't care about that. Let's see, let's use the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen. That's exactly what it looks like. It's a brush pen, and I'm not very good at using this, so brush. Let's see how much ink it can take here. So this is actually taking a lot more ink, and it's not deteriorating, not like it did with the Prismacolor pen. And of course, I'm suspecting it's gonna go through. Well, it's not too bad, so you could get away with lining with the brush pen as well. And you've seen how much ink I put down here. That's quite a bit of ink, and it just, like, it's very faintly showing through the back of the paper. Now I'm going to try the Copic Multiliner. I'm suspecting the same thing is going to happen. This is a 1.0, so I'm just going to write Copic and put a little bit of ink there. This ink doesn't actually draw that well on this paper. It's kind of like you're drawing on plastic. And again, the Copic actually works a little bit better than the brush pen on here for lining with if you wanted to use your sketchbook more than just sketching. I have two more left. I have a Copic. I am 100% sure that this is going to go through this paper. No doubt in my mind about it. But let's just do it anyway. Because some people like to add a little bit of color to their drawings, right? Okay, the paper is starting to deteriorate there, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Might want to keep it in frame. And of course, it went through the back of the paper really bad, really bad. So I'm just going to write on here Copic. Copic ink. Then the last thing I have is the Curarino ink, because I do use this every now and then, and I want to see how it's going to work in the book. So I'm just going to, this is a acrylic pen, acrylic paint marker. It scratches the paper quite a bit. It's not roughing the paper up. Okay, there we go. It's starting to deteriorate. This is not going to go through the back unless you scratch on the paper quite a bit. So that's pretty much, like I said, I'm not going to try watercolor paint in here because I know exactly what's going to happen. The paper is going to buckle and it's just not going to look nice, but these are the materials that I would most likely use in this book, except for the Copic. The Copic, that's a no-go. So it could take different ink liners, it can take different pencils. I mean, if you're a light hand drawer then or sketcher or whatever, then you could definitely use the Prismacolor Color Erase pencils in here, but I would recommend the Pilot Color Eno, just for the fact that it erases so much better. Again, one more time, this is the Canson Sketch XL book, and maybe once I start sketching in here, then I'll do another little mini demo or a review to let you guys know what I feel about the paper overall when I actually get drawing on it. But there's the results of the testing that I did, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, or if you have your own thoughts and opinions about the sketchbook, please let me know down in the comment section down below. Hope you guys are having a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.